Hello and welcome to my first series on Dark Souls 2. For this playthrough, I'm planning on doing a Covenant of Champions character and doing mundane scaling for the weapons and whatever sorceries or hexes I'll use dependent on what ends up working out the best. The reason I'm doing that is because I've something I've never done before. I really like Dark Souls 1 and I absolutely love Dark Souls 2 as well. I've already beaten the game once, but I think that's best because then I won't be stuck at any one part in the game, and so you'll be able to see a consistent and good, clear playthrough through the entire game. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once granted. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
What a great opening cinematic for a game. I absolutely love that, and Vidya has a lot of really good videos explaining like the importance of different elements in that. Like the wife and child at the beginning are probably our family in some way, and that house was probably our house. And like she was saying, like we'll lose things over and over again because we're fated to live forever, constantly living and dying over and over again, while everything else around us that might not suffer the curse of the undead dies and goes away. And so we arrive in this limbo between some other real world and a land called Drang Lake, where the curse was once afflicting a bunch of people. And so here we're seeking to feel better about our cursed state and like find a cure to the curse. I'm assuming it's never really made clear what our own personal objective is, but yeah, I think it'd be pretty safe to assume that we're trying to cure ourselves. But then just things go downhill from there, and we end up doing what other people want for us rather than our own things. So I'll let you watch this one again.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the...
Sorry about that. I'll be sure to turn off Skype notifications if you saw that just then. But you may not have because it's a window capture, so.
What is your name?
Alright, so for the name, I'm just going to do the primary name of my channel. Don't ask what it's about. It's really just, there's no meaning behind it. I just selected it a long time ago when I was playing MMORPGs as a kid.
You know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Everyone in this game talks so slowly, it's ridiculous. Okay, but classes. Since I'm going to be doing mundane, I want fairly balanced stats, but I don't know if I want to do this. I think I will. I'm going to do that, yeah. And I'm going to give myself Petrified something so I have a chance at, like, Channeler's Trident or something like that. Right off the bat. I'll be a guy. I won't change either of those. I won't change the homeland. Hair color and style. I like these dreads, but might just be a little too much for us. A little too over the top. So we'll go with the pointy hair in a wonderful off brown color. Like this. And the eyebrows should be a little closer to the same color. That's pretty good. I might actually be good with that. I might change something with the build. Not skinny, huge. This looks pretty mundane, I guess, so I'll go with kind of an average, normal-looking guy for our mundane champion covenant
All people
character.
come here for the same reason, to break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You'll lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
So pessimistic about everything we do. Alright, I do have the DLC items, but I'm not going to use them at all. And I think for this episode, I'll probably just stop once we get through things betwixt, like right when we enter the Majula area. And then I'll continue right away from there. Alright. She's my favorite right here, the Handmaiden.
This is a limbo. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost deep.
For whatever reason, there's an auto sprint that exists in the game on PC that turns on and off by pressing X. I don't know why you'd ever really want it on, because it just drains your stamina every time you move. Yeah. Anyways, since we're going to be in Champion Covenant, I think it might be a good idea for us to get the Vanquisher Seal and try out some of the fists-only stuff that we could possibly do later in the game. Maybe once I get Vanquisher Seal, maybe that's all I'll do. I'm going to run through some of this area. I gotta at least go through this one to pick up the dagger, but I don't know if I'll go to all the tutorial areas. I really like the way that they set up the tutorial area in this game, where it's a lot easier to skip through if you don't want it. But it also allows you to learn all the game mechanics without just being random summon signs, like, not random summon signs, random message signs written by developers on the ground to tell you the mechanics. It is, however, a lot easier than in the last game, which I'm not too excited about. And as far as this game, is that they made a lot of stuff really easy that I would have liked to be more of a challenge. Not to say that I don't die a lot. Okay. I believe the item I want, yes, it's right here. Perfect. Ah, I was really close. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I won't use the DLC items. Ouch. So we're gonna have a two-handed dagger for a while. Ouch. I might one-hand it, because I think that, yeah, the reach seems to be better, actually, with one-handing a dagger, because two-handing a dagger just isn't that useful in general. Oh, my word. That Broken Thieves Sword. That's also an item we could get, but we probably don't want. I've never actually used daggers on any character, really. Even though we're going mundane scaling, I think I'm going to do mainly dexterity, because I like a lot of the dexterity weapons. Talk to me, guys. Yes. Alright. Yeah, I like a lot of the dexterity weapons, so I'll probably be two-handing rather than getting a shield. Just because, make it more of a challenge. As challenging as possible, as far as I believe I can do, is what my goal for this run is. So, hopefully this will turn out to be good and doable. Maybe later I'll join Red Covenant temporarily, not kill any bosses while in it, and do some PvP. But that just depends on how the run ends up working out as we go. But now that we're here in Majula, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I'll have another video up for the second episode in just a little bit.